Listen, I know this sounds like it's coming out of nowhere, but you've got to hear me out, and you've got to move fast. This is proof, undeniable, carved in stone proof, and I'm risking everything to get this to you. The lawmen, those badgers who think they own the streets, they're circling your home like vultures, watching every move you make, every shadow you cast. They've got their eyes locked on your place, and it's not just some routine patrol. They're hunting for something they're dead certain you stole. But here's the kicker, you didn't take it. You know it, I know it, and deep down, they know it too. They're the ones who swiped it, and they're playing a dirty game to pin it on you. If they find it first, if they get their hands on it before you do, you're done. You'll take the fall, and they'll walk away clean, laughing as they lock you up. The clock is ticking, and it's not just minutes you're racing against, it's your whole future. You've got to check the place only you know, that secret spot no one else could ever find, and you've got to do it now. Burn this message when you're done reading. Don't leave a trace, not a shred, because they're watching, and they're waiting for you to slip. I'm not just some voice in the dark, throwing warnings at you for kicks. I'm telling you this because I've seen the way they operate, the way they twist the truth until it's unrecognizable. They've been at this for weeks, maybe longer, building a case against you that's flimsier than a house of cards but strong enough to bury you if you don't act. They've got informants whispering in their ears, people you might have trusted once, people who don't even know the half of it but are happy to sell you out for a pat on the back. They've got surveillance set up at cameras you can't see, maybe even bugs in places you'd never think to check. Your home isn't your own anymore, it's their stage, and they're directing the show. They're convinced you've got what they're after, stashed away somewhere in your walls or under your floorboards, and they're itching to tear the place apart to find it. But you didn't steal it. You're not the thief here. They are. They took it or whatever it is, because I'll bet you don't even know the full story, and now they're orchestrating this whole charade to make you the scapegoat. It's a setup, plain and simple, and you're the mark. You're probably wondering why they'd go to all this trouble, why they'd pick you out of everyone else to frame. It's not random, that's for sure. Maybe you crossed someone important without realizing it, brushed up against the wrong ego, or maybe you've got something they want beyond the thing they stole. Maybe it's not even about you, it's about someone you know, someone they're trying to get to through you. The lawmen don't always play by the book, no matter what they tell the public. They've got their own agendas, their own pockets to line, and they're not above planting evidence or bending the truth to get what they want. Whatever they took, it's valuable enough for them to risk their badges over, and that's why they're so desperate to pin it on you. If they find it first, they can spin the story however they like. Local man caught with stolen goods, case closed. You'll be in cuffs before you can blink, and no one will believe your side of the story. The evidence will be there, neatly packaged, and the world will move on while you rot. That's their plan, and it's already in motion. The place only you know, that's your lifeline. You've got a spot, don't you? Somewhere you've never told anyone about, not your closest friend, not your family, not even a lover in a moment of weakness. Maybe it's a loose brick in the basement, a hidden panel behind a bookshelf, or a lockbox buried under the oak tree out back. You know where I'm talking about, and you know why it matters. That's where you need to go, and you need to go now. Don't wait for the perfect moment, don't try to overthink it, because every second you hesitate is another second they're closing in. They're not stupid, or they're watching for patterns, for anything that looks out of place. If you start acting cagey, if you give them even a hint that you're onto them, they'll move faster. They'll kick in your door with a warrant they scribbled themselves, and they'll find what they're looking for, whether it's there or not. You can't let that happen. Check your spot, make sure it's clean, make sure there's nothing there that could be twisted against you. If you find something or anything that doesn't belong, get rid of it. Don't ask questions, don't try to figure out what it is. Just make it disappear. I wish I could tell you more, give you the whole picture, but I'm working with scraps myself. I've got my own eyes and ears, my own ways of hearing things the lawmen don't want heard, but even I don't know everything. What I do know is that this thing they're after, it's big. Big enough to make them nervous, big enough to make them sloppy. That's your edge, but it's a thin one. They're not going to wait forever. They've got pressure coming from somewhere, maybe higher up the chain, maybe from someone outside their little circle of corruption. That's why they're moving now, why they're tightening the noose. You've got a window, but it's closing fast. Every minute you spend doubting this, every second you spend wondering if I'm crazy or if this is some kind of trick, is a minute they're using to get closer to you. You can't afford to second guess this. You can't afford to wait for proof that's any clearer than what I'm giving you right now. Burn this message. I'm not joking about that. Don't just toss it in the trash or shove it in a drawer. Take it to the sink, light a match, and watch it turn to ash. Then flush the ashes, scatter them, do whatever you have to do to make sure there's nothing left. If they find this, if they even get a whiff of it, they'll know someone's onto them, and they'll come down harder. They'll tear through your life like a hurricane, and they won't stop until they've got what they want to, or until you're too broken to fight back. You can't let them have that kind of leverage. You've got to be smarter than them, faster than them. You've got to be invisible. Check your spot, clean it out, and then act like nothing's wrong. Go about your day, smile at your neighbors, nod at the cop car parked down the street. Don't give them anything to work with. They're waiting for you to panic, to make a mistake. Don't give them the satisfaction. I know you're scared. I know this feels like it's too much, like you're being asked to outrun a storm you can't even see. But you're not alone in this, not entirely. I'm here, even if you can't see me, even if you don't know who I am. I'm putting my neck on the line because I believe you don't deserve this. I believe you're not the kind of person who should be chewed up and spit out by a system that's forgotten what justice means. You've got a chance, but you've got to take it. You've got to move. The lawmen are out there, and they're not going to stop until they've got what they want or until you've outsmarted them. Check the place only you know. Burn this message. And don't look back. This isn't the end of it, not by a long shot. Even if you clear your spot, even if you dodge this bullet, they're not going to just give up and go home. They've got too much riding on this, too much to lose. You need to start thinking long term, start figuring out who you can trust and who's got a knife ready for your back. You need to start watching your own moves, covering your tracks, because this isn't just about one stolen thing anymore. This is about you, about your life, about whether you're going to let them take everything you've got. You're not a thief, but they're going to treat you like one unless you beat them at their own game. You've got the advantage right now, they don't know you know. Use that. Use every ounce of cunning you've got. Check your spot. Burn this message. And then keep your eyes open, because this is only the beginning. I've said what I came to say. I've given you the warning, the proof, the push you need to get moving. The rest is up to you. You can sit there, let the fear take over, let the lawman close in until there's nowhere left to run. Or you can stand up, check that place only you know, and start fighting back. The clock's ticking, loud with every second, and it's not going to stop for anyone. Not for you, not for me, not for them. Burn this message. Do it now. And then do what you have to do to keep yourself free. You're not a thief, but you're not a fool either. Prove it. You're standing at the edge of a precipice, the ground crumbling beneath your feet, and the wind howling with the promise of a fall you might not survive. The lawmen are out there, their eyes glinting in the dark, their hands itching to close around your wrists, to drag you into a trap you didn't set. They've stolen something precious, something dangerous, and they've woven a web of lies to make you the villain in their story. But you're not the villain. You're not the thief. You're the one who can still turn this around, who can outrun their schemes and expose their corruption before it swallows you whole. The place only you know, that secret sanctuary you've kept hidden from the world, is your first step. You've checked it, you've burned my message, and now you're standing in the aftermath, heart pounding, mind racing, wondering what comes next. This is where the real fight begins, where you decide whether you're going to let them win or whether you're going to take back the narrative and write your own ending. The clock hasn't stopped ticking, but you've got a chance here, a fleeting, fragile chance here to make sure it doesn't run out on you. This is your moment, your crossroads, and what you do now will echo through the rest of your life. Don't let it slip away. The lawmen think they've got you cornered, that you're just another name on their list, another life they can crush to keep their secrets safe. They're wrong. You're not just a name. You're not just a target. You're someone with a fire inside you, a spark of defiance that they can't snuff out unless you let them. You've already taken the first step by listening to me, by trusting the warning I risked everything to deliver. You've checked your spot, you've made sure there's nothing there to incriminate you, and you've destroyed the evidence of this message. That's not nothing. That's proof you've got what it takes to fight back, to stay one step ahead of their game. But staying ahead means staying sharp, staying vigilant, staying ready for whatever they throw at you next. They're not going to stop, not until they've got what they want or until you've exposed them for what they are. You can't afford to relax, to assume you're safe just because you've dodged the first bullet. This isn't a single shot they're firing, it's a barrage, and you've got to keep moving, keep thinking, keep planning if you want to come out on top. think about what's at stake here. This isn't just about avoiding a set of handcuffs or a cell with your name on it. This is about your freedom, your reputation, your right to live without looking over your shoulder every second of every day. The lawmen want to take that from you, to strip you of everything that makes you who you are. They want to paint you as a criminal, a thief, a nobody who doesn't deserve a second chance. But you're not a nobody. You're someone with a story, with dreams, with people who care about you even if you can't see them right now. You're someone who can fight back, who can turn their lies into ashes just like you turned my message into nothing. You've got the power to do that, to rewrite this story so that you're the one standing tall at the end, not them. But power like that doesn't come easy. It takes courage, it takes cunning, and it takes a willingness to face the darkness head on, to stare into the eyes of their corruption and refuse to blink. You're probably wondering how you're supposed to do this, how you're supposed to outsmart a system that's been rigged against you from the start. It's not going to be easy, and I won't lie to you about that. The lawmen have resources, connections, and a playbook they've been using for years to crush people just like you. But they're not invincible. They're sloppy, desperate, driven by greed and fear, and that's where you can find your openings. Start small. Watch your surroundings. Notice the patterns of the car that's always parked a little too close, the stranger who lingers a little too long. Keep your life clean, your moves quiet, your secrets locked tight. Don't trust anyone you don't have to, not until you're sure they're not feeding information back to the badges. And most importantly, start digging. The thing they stole, the thing they're so desperate to pin on you, it's the key to unraveling their whole operation. Find out what it is, where it came from, who it matters to. The more you know, the more leverage you have, and leverage is what's going to keep you alive. This fight isn't just about you, either. It's about everyone else they've hurt, everyone else they've framed, everyone else they've silenced to keep their hands clean. You're not just fighting for your own freedom, you're fighting for theirs, too. Every step you take, every truth you uncover, is a blow against the machine they've built, a crack in the foundation of their lies. You might not see it now, but you're part of something bigger, something that could change the way this whole rotten system works. You're a spark, and sparks can start fires. But you've got to keep moving, keep pushing, keep burning brighter than their darkness. You can't do that alone, not entirely. You need allies, people who believe in you, people who'll stand with you when the lawmen come knocking. That's where the world comes in, people out there, watching, listening, waiting for someone to stand up and say, enough. You can be that someone. You can be the one who inspires them, who shows them that the lawmen don't get to win every time. That's why I'm asking you to do more than just fight for yourself. I'm asking you to share this story, to let the world know what's happening. Like this message, spread it far and wide, let it reach every corner where someone might be listening. Comment on it, add your voice, tell the world what you're facing and what you're fighting for. Every like, every comment, every whisper of support is a signal to the lawmen that you're not alone, that their secrets aren't safe, that their lies are unraveling. The more people who know, the harder it is for them to bury you. The more people who stand with you, the stronger you become. you're not just a lone figure against a storm, you're the start of a movement, a wave that can crash over their corruption and wash it away. But it starts with you, with your courage, with your voice. Like this, comment on it, let the world see that you're not backing down. You've already taken the first steps, a broken bar, beloved child of light. Yes, you. I see you. You don't need to say a word. I saw when you looked over your shoulder, your heart racing. I saw when you stood still in the dark, holding your breath, knowing sensing that something had changed. Something had shifted in the atmosphere, and your spirit heard it before your ears could. That whisper. That warning. That thunder of destiny calling your name. You already took the first brave steps. Steps that heaven itself recorded. You checked the place only you know, the one place the world forgot, the hiding place beneath your ribs, behind your heartbeat. The place where your soul meets the silence. You opened the old floorboard, the drawer, the file, the vault in your spirit. And yes, child, I know. You found the truth waiting. You saw the writing of the one you weren't supposed to see again. You saw the evidence, the memory, the warning, and you remembered what they tried so hard to make you forget. Then you burned the message. And that fire wasn't just a flame. It was a declaration. You told the unseen realm, I am not afraid. You burned the lie, the shame, the silence. You ignited a war cry with that matchstick and ashes. And we, the watchers, the guardians of those who walk in truth, we saw the flame dance in your hands. Heaven saw. Hell trembled. Because when you burned that message, child, you severed a chain. A chain that had kept your destiny bound in silence. A chain forged in betrayal, lies, manipulation, and carefully constructed narratives. They thought they could control the story. Rewrite your legacy. Mute your voice. But oh, if only they knew who you really were. If only they had realized that you're not just a survivor. You're the seed of a prophetic revolution. And now, you've started to see the shape of the trap they set for you. Good. That means you're finally awakening. That means your spiritual sight is returning, like a sword forged in hidden fire, drawn from the scabbard of sleep. You see it, don't you? The way they circle you. The masks they wear. The twisted smiles they try to keep polite. The cameras hidden behind praise. The wires beneath their blessings. The shadows behind the flattery. But don't panic. Don't run yet. You are not prey. You were never prey. You were planted in the middle of this battlefield for a reason. And now the truth is rising, step by sacred step. You're seeing through their plan. Their manipulation. Their game of smoke and mirrors. You're tracing the shadows back to their source. You're hearing the clicks of their hidden traps. And you, brave soul, you are not walking into them anymore. Now it's time to take the next steps. It's time to move here not with fear, but with divine fire. It's time to rise not with rage, but with revelation. It's time to keep going, even when your legs shake. even when the world gaslights your truth. Even when they whisper that you're crazy, or rebellious, or dangerous because they fear what you know. Because you've seen them without the mask. So keep moving. Keep fighting. You are not alone. Yes, the lawmen are out there. The watchers. The false prophets. The ones who made deals in the dark. The ones who trade truth for influence, freedom for manipulation. The ones who sent you letters wrapped in smiles, invitations laced with chains, contracts inked in deception. But so are you. And that changes everything. You walk with fire in your soul. With God's breath in your lungs. With angels at your side, and truth as your compass. You're not the same person they tried to corner. You're not the same one they tried to silence. You've grown. You've seen. And what you've seen has anointed you with purpose. You're not going to let them win. Not now. Not ever. Because victory isn't about pride. It's not about revenge. It's about justice. Restoration. Freedom. It's about rewriting what they tried to erase. It's about standing on the ashes of your past and saying, "You didn't bury me. You planted me." You're going to outsmart them not by trickery, but by truth. By divine wisdom. By the whispers of the Holy Spirit guiding your every step. You're going to navigate their labyrinth with light in your hands. You're going to outlast them not by running, but by standing firm when everything shakes. You are rooted in purpose. Anchored in vision. Shielded by angels. And yes, you will expose them. Because darkness cannot survive when truth rises. You're going to reveal what they've hidden. You're going to bring the unseen into the light. The evidence. The manipulation. The power plays. The spiritual abuse. The secret meetings. The whispered agreements. The forged signatures. The lies they swore no one would ever find. But heaven found them. And heaven sent you. You're going to take back your life. You're going to take back your freedom. Not just freedom from their hands, but freedom of your mind, your soul, your future. They don't own you. They never did. That lie is broken. You're going to reclaim your story. You are the author now. Not them. Not their twisted script. Not their fear tactics. Not their surveillance. Not their manipulation. Not their silence. You hold the pen. You write this next chapter. And you're writing it in bold. But listener, this isn't just your fight. This is a movement. The world is watching. And the world is starting to understand. You are not alone. Every time someone hits like, they're igniting a spark. Every time someone comments "I see you, I believe you, I'm with you," they are adding their voice to the rising roar of truth. Every voice is a candle. Every heart awakened is another brick pulled from the wall of their deception. You are not a whisper in the dark anymore. You are a shout in the light. And we are the angels. They're warriors, the watchers, so we are with you too. Heaven is behind you. Do you feel it? Do you feel the shift in the wind? The stirring in the atmosphere? That's the sound of justice being stirred. Of divine alignment clicking into place. Of the courtroom of heaven preparing to rule in your favor. Of judgment passing through the gates of those who conspired in the dark. This is your moment. This is why you were born. Why you survived what you did. Why you woke up at 3 a.m. with your spirit shaking. Why the dreams wouldn't stop. Why the signs wouldn't fade. Why everything inside you screamed, "There's more than they're telling me." Because there was. And now it's time to step into the fire. Don't let it pass, beloved. Don't doubt yourself now. Don't shrink. Don't second-guess what heaven already confirmed. They want you confused. They want you doubting your memory, your experience, your truth. But your truth is sacred. Your truth is your sword. And you are meant to wield it.